everybody, it's Yasmin here. How you doing? Hope you're really well. Coming to you live and direct from my office, which is still kind of a mess at the moment. Actually, I did get one really lovely thing for the office quite recently, if I can find it. No, can't find it. I got a really nice citrine. How are you all? Hi, Pamela. Who else have we got? Hello, Sherry Lee Hamilton. I wish I could find my citrine. What have I done with it? I can't have lost it yet. Don't know. Hi, Shoba. Today is June the 3rd. Okay, so here is a message for the day from my Louise Hay book of my calendar, Louise Hay calendar. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you about my upcoming Eclipse workshop. I'm going to tell you about today's stars, which are kind of interesting, actually. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a card for the day. All right, I take the time to breathe deeply each day, allowing my body to relax and release tension, fear, and criticism. Interesting. I take the time to breathe deeply each day, allowing my body to relax and release tension, fear, and criticism. There we go. Interesting. So, that's a nice card. For those of you who didn't see, I got a lot of criticism yesterday because I had my vaccination, my second vaccination, and a lot of people told me that, well, one person called me a lab rat and said, oh, thanks for being a lab rat. And another person said, how can you call yourself spiritual if you get the vaccination? To which somebody else replied, because you can be spiritual and rational, and it's my choice and it's my body. Actually, I did do a little video where I swore, and I deleted that after about 20 seconds. So let's just do a nice couple of deep breaths to release tension, fear, and criticism. And that includes us criticizing other people as well. So here we go. Breathe in and hold and out. Okay, breathe in, hold, and breathe out any negativity. Breathe in and hold and breathe out any negativity. There we go. So, everybody, let's talk about the astrology that's going on right now. And I salute the NHS. I probably can't salute the man, can I? My son would have a fit if he knew I did that. He's really into the whole military thing. Yes, it's my choice and my life. Yes, thank you, Debbie. Thank you, everybody. It is my choice and my life. And just because my decision to have a vaccination triggers you doesn't mean you should attack me. Yes. I will not get the vaccine, but I will not tell you what to put in your body. Exactly. Thank you. Is it Husni? We all have our own choices to make. And you know what? Like, I see my teacher in India, Narayani Amma, where, you know, obviously they have been through hell and high water with the vaccine. And my teacher, rightly or wrongly, doesn't wear a mask. I think that my teacher believes, you know, I mean, my teacher knows that they're so high vibration that probably they don't need to. I'm not like some mystical guru in India. I'm just me in London, and I just happen to be an astrologer. It doesn't give me the keys to the universe. I'm doing my best the same as everybody else. And like Samantha Wilcox Zimmer, I got the vaccination and I'm grateful. So you do what you do you, as the kids say, and I'll do me. Louise, not sure why being spiritual stops you from taking up the vaccine. Exactly. And I'm not sure why if you consider yourself on the spiritual path, you would literally rant. I mean, some of the things that people said, you know, there was one person who put all these vomiting emojis. It's like, really? You want to mess with my vibe? We all have to make our own decision about this. I wasn't going to talk about this, but anyway. Julie's getting her second one tomorrow and she feels blessed. Yes. After the second one, the guy looked me in the eye and said, you are now double vaccinated. In 2 weeks, you have maximum protection. And I was like, yay, hallelujah. And if you don't want to do that, I respect you. My teacher in India doesn't, I'm not sure if my teacher in India, Narani Amma, is getting a vaccination, but Amma hasn't worn a mask this whole time, which, you know, I'm like, oh my God. You know, there's like crowds of people at these events and so on. But, you know, my teacher is a lot more enlightened than I am. Take it from me. And, you know, if I could vibrate at that high level that I didn't need a vaccination, great. But in the meantime, I'm a mother and a wife, and I wanted to protect myself as much as I felt I could. I wanted to feel as safe as I felt I could. And again, if you choose not to vaccinate, I'm fine with your decision, and I hope you're fine with mine. Let's be friends. And, you know, the other thing as well is that we are all on the spiritual path. Everybody who watches my videos, be it here or Instagram or whatever, we are on the spiritual path, 99% of us, or else you wouldn't tune into me, because I am really on the spiritual path. It's one of the biggest things in my entire life. And, you know, you wouldn't watch me if you probably weren't, because you'd just find me too woo-woo or whatever. But part of being on the spiritual path is, you know, for one thing, having the confidence to walk your talk. I know spiritual teachers who are not even talking about the vaccination because they don't want to have any argy-bargy. And that's fair enough. That's also their decision. I made the decision to talk about it because people said to me, you know, it won't hurt for you to let people know that you've had it and that you're fine. Yeah, I mean, Ginny's saying never talk about politics or whatever on this platform. I mean, that's kind of what, you know, one friend of mine was saying. But I feel like, to me, this is a really big issue. And if I can help free anyone from their fear, like I've been liberated from my own fear, like that whole Marianne Williamson thing goes, why not? Doesn't hurt, you know, but I'm certainly not trying to convince anyone else to get a vaccination if they don't want it. You know, I don't actually want my son to get a vaccination, frankly. He's 14. I don't think he needs it. And I'm certainly not going to encourage it. And if I can resist it, I will, because I just think they are, you know, they don't need it. They'll have immunity by the time they're old enough to end up in hospital. I had a friend who ended up in hospital with COVID. She was literally, are you ready? Gasping for air for 3 days in hospital. But, you know, the kids don't need them. I'm not like some kind of, you know, everybody must get vaccinated. I just think if you want to get vaccinated, it's your choice. There you go. Thank you, Louise Watts. Mwah. All right, so thank you for humouring me and letting me express and vent a little bit. So let's talk about what's going on in the stars right now, because it is actually really interesting. And it's kind of good too. So tonight at about 11 p.m, which is about 12 hours from now, so in about 12 hours, regardless of where you are in the world, we are going to have the moon moving back into the sign of Aries, which starts the new lunar cycle. Okay, it's the new lunar cycle, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So when the moon moves back into Aries, it's a new lunar cycle. So it goes through Aries, and it goes through Taurus, and then after that it goes through Gemini, and that's when we're going to have the new moon eclipse, because the new moon eclipse is going to take place in the sign of Gemini, which it's taking place because the sun is currently in Gemini. That's why all our Gemini friends are having their birthdays at the moment. And so the moon will catch up to the sun, and when the sun catches up to when the moon catches up to the sun, it's when we get the new moon. And so we're going to have a new moon eclipse in the sign of Gemini. So 2 things. One is, if you want a restart, now is a really good time to commit to it. You can literally just, you know, say it out loud. I commit to a restart. I commit to a restart. I commit to a restart. In my heart, I commit to a restart. As the moon moves into Aries tonight or today, I restart. I'm having a restart. And you can do it again in 12 hours if you want to, you know, like it's literally just about intention. Or you can write it down. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, know that we're having the start of the new lunar cycle. So if you want to work with the moon, you know, also it's a really good time to say, okay, well, the moon's moving into Aries. It's the start of a new 29 or thereabouts day lunar cycle. And I'm going to work with the moon every day. And then you might just want to check where the moon is every day or every couple of days as it changes signs and so on. So there's that. But also I wanted to mention that tonight, yes, it is tonight. Oh, that's lovely. Canty Davy Wedded says, I commit to restart on every level of my beingness. Mwah, that's beautiful. Tonight is actually going to be a lovely night for a date night if you can get away, if you can get out, because we're going to have a lovely Venus-Jupiter connection tomorrow. So it could be good for abundance, could be good for love, if you can have a date night. I don't think we can have a date night tonight, unfortunately, because it's a school night, and we'll probably just have a lovely, you know, touch wood, family night. So there we go. It is a really kind of, if you can get out for a date night. I know that in Victoria they can't, they're in lockdown. You have our sympathies. Oh, interesting. Carrie Otway's divorce becomes final tomorrow. Corrie Otway's divorce. So, you know, tonight is a really good night to be grateful for all the good in your marriage and to think about what you want in the future. But yeah, it's all big astrology right now. And actually somebody asked in the comments, is all this us and them business that's going on in the world right now Saturn, Uranus? Actually, that's a really good question. And I think you're right. I think it is. It's about, you know, it's about the old and the new. You know, I might be really old-fashioned because I got a vaccination, and, you know, then there are all the mavericks representing Uranus, or the nonconformists, or people who want to be more forward-looking or whatever, who are saying, no, I'm not going to get one. I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong. That's the thing. If I had the courage, I probably wouldn't have had a vaccination, but I don't. So there you go. Celery. Robin Gollop, I'm not able to help you with that without just, but this is a card. Oh, are you ready? Got your question? So this could be for you, Ms. Gollop. Maybe you need to ask someone. Hey, you're all committing to a restart. That's so good. So good. So before I tell you the card, let me just quickly tell you about the Eclipse workshop. It's going to be on June the 10th, which is the date of the new moon. So it'll be my regular monthly thing, but with, you know, bells on, because it's going to be an eclipse. And we're going to set up a little kind of few things for it where you can get a bit of stuff. And I'm going to do an actual proper like presentation. So it will be like an eclipse special, and it is free. So I hope you'll be able to join us June the 10th. If you can't make the live, you can watch the replay. All right. Are you ready for the card? Are you ready for the card? The card of the day, whatever it is you want. What do you want? You want a restart? You're getting divorced? You want a new life? New love life, career. All right. Just whatever you do, don't let pride get in your way. Don't let pride get in your way. So let's just see what it says in the book about this, because this card has come up about approximately 4 million trillion times. in the last little while. Full moon in Leo. My new cards are ready, nearly ready. I think I'm going to get a pack of them quite soon. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego or from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon energy, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that's developed. More love and thoughts of the greater good are a solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, it's time to find a balance between your needs and the needs of those around you. This will help all your relationships. Be magnificent without being too much. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic, and a friendship may be ending now. So there we go. That is the card for the day. So I will see you tomorrow. It seems to be the card of the season, says Dawn Tipkins. I know, it's weird. I will see you tomorrow. Jasmine, what is your advice? Corrie, my advice is tonight, spend a bit of time thinking about when you fell in love with your husband, any good things that came out of your marriage. Maybe you've had children, maybe you had some nice times. Just spend some time being grateful for them tonight as you tune into the Jupiter, the Venus-Jupiter thing. And then at the new moon, you can start to make plans for the future. That is my advice to you, Miss Carrie. All right, so I will be back tomorrow, 11:11 a.m. and I will have a link for you if you want to come to the Eclipse workshop, the new moon eclipse workshop. Alrighty, it's free. Lots of love.